What if the lost city of Atlantis was never beneath the ocean at all, but hidden beneath the sands of Africa? Deep in the vast desert of Mauritania lies a colossal circular formation known as the Eye of the Sahara, a geological wonder so immense it can be seen from space. To many, it is simply a natural marvel shaped by time. But to others, it may be the very place the philosopher Plato described over 2,000 years ago. A once magnificent civilization, advanced beyond its era, then lost to a sudden catastrophe. In this episode, we'll explore whether this mysterious formation could truly be the forgotten Atlantis, or just another illusion in the desert of history. Our story begins with the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who wrote of a powerful island civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. In his texts, Timaeus and Critias, he described Atlantis as a flourishing society of remarkable knowledge and engineering, a civilization arranged in 3 concentric rings of land and water, protected by an outer ring of walls and canals. According to Plato, Atlantis was blessed with rich resources, advanced architecture, and a mighty naval force. Yet its downfall came swiftly. He wrote that in a single day and night of misfortune, the civilization was lost, swallowed by the sea, and erased from history. For centuries, scholars have debated whether Plato was recounting a true historical event or crafting a philosophical allegory. But what if his description was more accurate than anyone ever imagined? For generations, most people pictured Atlantis as a city swallowed by the sea, a civilization drowned beneath the waves. But what if the story didn't end in the ocean at all? What if the clues were pointing somewhere far more unexpected? In the heart of the Sahara Desert lies a formation unlike anything else on Earth, the Richat Structure. Nearly 40 kilometers wide, its circular rings mirror the very layout Plato described. Alternating bands of land and water, arranged like the ripples of a giant stone cast into the desert. Its sheer scale raises an unsettling question. If this was once a thriving city, how did a place that was once surrounded by water become one of the driest regions on the planet? It's difficult to imagine now, but the Sahara Desert was not always an ocean of sand. For thousands of years, this region was alive, a landscape of rolling grasslands, flowing rivers, and vast lakes that stretched to the horizon. Scientists call it the African humid period, a time when monsoons shifted north, transforming the Sahara into a fertile cradle of life. Ancient cave paintings found deep in the desert depict animals that could only exist in lush, thriving environments: giraffes, hippos, and even crocodiles. As the Earth's climate changed and the monsoon rains retreated, this once green world dried up. Rivers vanished, lakes evaporated, and over time, sand reclaimed the land, burying whatever may have stood here beneath its shifting dunes. If a civilization had once risen in this region, one surrounded by water, trade, and life, the sands of the Sahara would have erased almost every trace of it. Plato described Atlantis as a circular city made of 3 rings of land and 2 of water, connected by channels leading to the sea. A design so unusual, it's difficult to mistake for anywhere else in history. The Richat structure shares a remarkably similar pattern: concentric rings, evenly spaced, forming a layout that mirrors Plato's account in both shape and proportion. Even the diameter, around 40 kilometers wide, aligns closely with the scale he recorded. Of course, similarities alone don't confirm anything. Many argue these resemblances are nothing more than coincidence, natural formations misinterpreted through the lens of legend. But how many coincidences are needed before we begin to question the narrative we've always been told? According to geologists, the Richat structure is not the remnant of a lost civilization, but a natural formation shaped by the Earth itself. They explain that the eye was created through a combination of erosion and uplift, a symmetrical dome of ancient rock gradually worn down over millions of years. The result, a circular pattern of exposed layers that resemble rings when viewed from above. Scientists point out that there is no clear physical evidence of man-made construction here. No ruins, no artifacts, no definitive signs of human engineering. From this perspective, the Richat structure is a geological wonder, nothing more. A striking formation, certainly, but entirely natural in origin. To many researchers, this explanation is complete, but to others it leaves important questions unanswered. Yet even with the scientific explanation, some details still raise intriguing questions. Plato described mountains to the north of Atlantis, open plains to the south, and rich resources across the region. The area surrounding the Richat structure matches this layout far more closely than one might expect from coincidence alone. Satellite studies have revealed ancient river channels and possible coastline features nearby, suggesting that water once surrounded this region, just as Plato described. None of this proves the Richat structure was Atlantis, but it challenges us to look again and consider whether the full story has truly been uncovered. The Eye of the Sahara remains one of Earth's most captivating enigmas, a place where geology, history, and legend intersect in ways that challenge our understanding of the past. Was this immense formation simply a masterpiece of nature, or the last silent trace of a civilization lost to time? Until undeniable evidence emerges, the mystery endures, inviting us to look closer, question deeper, and remain open to possibilities our history books never taught us. Some secrets are not meant to be dismissed, but rediscovered. And as always, stay curious.